Good night. Good night, Samantha, and welcome to your online favorite internet program, www.xmtalk.com. I'm smiling from cheek to cheek because the studio is full. Believe it or not, people just ram-packed the studio here today telling me that I need a bodyguard. I told them that is not necessary. I don't even know why they are saying that. But of course, welcome to Sxmtalk, people. Call a friend, call someone, and tell them to log on now to your favorite online internet program, www.sxmtalk.com. And our apologies for our program last night. It was beyond our control. And that's to tell you, and as much as sometimes I feel as if this program is in vain, I now know why we should keep it going and that it is really making an impact here on St. Martin. Let me explain to you why. Electricity went off last night whilst we were having the program, and we lost all our data in relations to the program. So that's why it wasn't uploaded this morning. No one could have viewed the program again because we lost the recording. And why is that? Like I said, what we have here in the studio is what we put together. Everything that is around here is a handful of individuals came together, and we bought this and bought that. We got a few silent sponsors, throw in the computers and throw in the mixer and throw in the cameras and the lights and certain things. And the air condition, we had certain individuals who were impressed with what we are doing, and they said they want to see what the studio looked like. And it was in their amazement. They couldn't believe that something to this stature, to this caliber was producing such programs, and they wanted to contribute in whatever ways they can. And last night, whilst the program was going, and it was a very good program from what I was told from people that called, and when electricity came back, asked me if the show was coming back on, but it was already too late. Everyone left. Because we don't have no backup system in terms of battery backups. So when electricity go, we can still remain on for 15, 20 minutes. We don't have that, So when electricity go, we are at the tune or at the cost of the electricity gone. When internet is down or gone, we are the cost of the internet being gone. But because of that interesting program last night, a certain individual, and I got to thank this sponsor. It wasn't, to us that we went out. They called. They tried to find out, let me get in contact with this individual. And to my amazement, to my surprise, when I walked into the studio tonight, there it was, a battery backup system. Not no small one. Okay, so that's why I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I'm saying to myself, oh my goodness, I'm not doing this program in vain. So I got to thank a lot, like what Billy Leader say, a lot of love, a lot of appreciation, a lot of thanks to that individual that sponsor the battery backup. Let me look, I'm going to get up from the chair and walk over and pick it up just to show you guys why. No. The guys in the studio say, nah, man, just go ahead with the show. No. I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm getting up, so let me show you. Yeah, we are back, and this is just one of them. This is just one of them. How should I put it? I don't know how to put it. Like this. This is just one of them that we needed, so that when electricity is off the air, we can remain on the air for about 15 to 20 minutes. And this is just one. You see, this is just one. So we want to thank that sponsor. And we didn't ask for it. We didn't go out looking for it. They made a sponsor. They call and say, listen, guys, what happened? What happened? And it was explained that electricity went off, and the reason for it, we don't have no backup system. We don't have nothing. So these guys in the studio telling me, move it out of the way. So appreciation. And if I could see me right now, I'm sort of softening up, because it really means that people want change in this country. All right? It really means that they are looking for an avenue, and they like the difference in terms of voicing your opinion, voicing your concerns here in this country. I know the chat room is going crazy. The boys are laughing there with what people is putting up, what they are writing. I can't see it, but all of those things, are to come. We are trying to get now what? The flat screen? The 42-inch. We're trying to get a 42-inch so it can be mounted on the wall in the back, so that I don't have to keep looking down in the corner and moving away from the camera all the time, in case somebody is asking a question, and I can just view the monitor. The questions can go up one time and I can read it off later. So the flat screen, the 42-inch now is but anyway, let's get back and get down to this program. And I know we lost a very, very good program last night. We are working with a website that is out there that can recover the files, that can bring back the program for us, but thus it comes with a cost. So we that is what we are working on to try to get it. So I'm going to try my best to elaborate and continue the program from last night. But I think the cat is out of the bag. I think the cat is out of the bag. I think the skeletons in the closet now is shaking. And that's why I posted up on Facebook, The Last Queen of Scotland Part 2, or continuation. You see, and I also had a posting up. Well. Will the real dictator stand up? Because, it is reprehensible. Okay, there's no ifs and buts about it as to what the Prime Minister of country St. Martin did. Not to the Council of Ministers, Not to the Secretariat. What she have done to the people of St. Martin. So it goes to show, by all means and all cost, okay, this is what our honorable Prime Minister would do with 2 seats to remain in office. Now, people are asking me, what should be done, Christopher? What's going to happen and what's this? Let me tell you this. The first thing that should be done is the resignation of the Prime Minister. That's the first thing. Now, yes, everyone have to tender their resignation for a new cabinet, but she should not come back. The people of St. Martin should not accept no kind of apology, because, listen to me, she's going to try her utmost best to use her etiquette, to use her articulation, to wiggle and sliver her way out of this one. I want you guys to understand this. You're not hearing nothing from the DP camp. You're not hearing nothing from the up camp. Where is Michael Ferrier? Where is Elton Jones? Okay? Where are the barrels that make the empty noises? Where are they? You're not hearing nothing. Let me explain to you why you're not hearing nothing. It's called damage control. They are right now in their camp, trying their best to come up with some kind of way how our good Prime Minister can get her way around it. But I got to say this, and people will say, but Christopher, you just be on your own. Yes, I got to pong my own too. That's the reason why you should not have resigned. Okay? Because you got people in St. Martin riled up. You got them believing that something could be done. Where are the signatures that people have signed? Huh? You can imagine the heartbreak and the sadness that people felt when they opened the newspaper and the governor said he's going to allow the Prime Minister as informateur to form a government. Where is the stance that people of this country was believing in for 3 weeks? So I'm calling on these members of Parliament, Dr. Lloyd Richardson. I'm calling on George Pantaflet. I mean, even Hyacinth Richardson is standing his grounds and calling for new elections. Louis LaVeille is standing his grounds and calling for new elections. Where are these two gentlemen? Where are you guys? Yes, I'm part of the same party, but get up, stand up, and defend the rights of St. Martin people. You resign because of threats? Threats is why you resign? Huh? So what about the people that have been putting their lives on the line, signing the document, supporting and calling, believing in the cause? Come on, National Alliance. Come on. How many times would you allow yourself to be outplayed, outsmarted, and outgamed? How many times? And you see the treachery. Okay? You see the treachery. You see the nasty fraud that the Prime Minister has committed. Now it's time to beat the drums. I don't care what they say. Oh, you're calling for higher supervision. You're calling for this. But let me say this to you now, Leroy De Weaver. Who is Idi Amin Dada? Who? Because it is clear. It is clear the length that our good Prime Minister would go to remain in office. It is clear. And let me say this now to our governor. You know, all due respect to His Excellency, but I think you're dragging your foot too, Mr. Holiday. I don't care how much lawyers you have to go and consult with and how you got to be neutral and how you got to be this. If this is not grounds to make all those things null and void and call for new elections, then even your position you should vacate. If this is not grounds, the Prime Minister has committed high treason. A high crime. You know, they say that when it doesn't matter what this woman do this man, he can't leave her. She put a good dose of sweat rice. She sauce him up good. The Rastaman will say, high science. This is a high crime. A high crime. You hid information. You hid information. Okay? That the governor has sent. And then you got the gall to come on the air and talk about use the Prime Minister and good governance and his country, and it's time to move forward when you have been stealing, hiding, conniving from the people of St. Martin. Prime Minister, all due respect to you, Madam Prime Minister, but you're only cast right. Listen, let me tell you how bad this is. Let me tell you how bad this is, right? Prime Minister, what you have done, make Tia Heiliger look like a mincemeat when you use a big cotton candy. You make him look like a midget in terms of trickery and underhandedness and dirtiness. You make him look non-exempt. I mean, right now he's a good boy. Based on what you did, Prime Minister, you make Tia Heiliger look like the good child. That's how bad it is. And let me explain to you why it is so bad. Simply because you're the Prime Minister. Since you can take all the accolades, okay? Since you can take all the privileges that comes with being a Prime Minister, or the Deputy Prime Minister can't go and send in a decree to the governor, only the Prime Minister could do it. I am the prime minister. That's why they made me prime minister twice. Because of prime. Well, this is the reason why also you have to take the blame and all of it squarely and solely on your shoulders, Madam Prime Minister. But you know what's the hard thing? I ain't hearing nothing. You ain't seen the Facebook pages now. They posted nothing. Because even they and all are in shock. Even they and all are in shock. Okay? But that's not to say I'm going to leave National Alliance and my boys get away easy, you know. No. Because you guys still allowed yourself to be swindled. You still allow yourself to be bamboozled. You still allow yourself to be caught. Again. Okay? The people of St. Martin are crying and asking for representation. That is what they want. That is what they are looking for. And I said it on my Facebook page, yes. Now that certain names are proposed, for ministers, you understand why certain individuals were against new elections. You understand why they're against new elections. Okay? So I'm asking the question to those individuals now. Right? What now? Because the only course and the only way forward are new elections. I mean, Mr. Governor, it cannot be patched up. The hole is too big. It ain't got no glue and no patch that can seal it. None. We got a message yesterday from EK. And it said if I would agree with him that people get the representation that they deserve because, so in other words, we get the type of leaders and politicians because of the people of the country. And he said, would I agree with him? I would agree with you to a certain extent. Yes. But it's not all the time people get the type of leaders that they deserve. It's not all the time. Let me explain to you why. I can assure you that those 187 votes that Romain Laville got, the majority of them are disappointed in his actions here today. Because I have spoken to a few of them, and all they can do is shake their head and pen it down. Because the boy said one thing in this corner of his mouth, and he's doing another thing in that corner of his mouth. The problem is, our politicians are nasty and greedy, and they mislead a genuine electorate at times. Yes, we got the beggars, you know. Yes, we got those who are only around election time is when they know the GB bill is high. Huh? Every 4 years they're waiting to get a pallet of blocks, sand, and gravel. We got those too. But let me say this to St. Martin people. And let me say this to the 15 members of parliament. Trust me on this one for sure. 40% of parliament will not return when elections are called. Because I think this exercise has awakened a number of people. And I want to say this again to St. Martin people, because I take time out sometimes to read a few of the blogs. I don't post on the blogs. I would post on Facebook, a comment here and there. Okay, very rare. I would post something up on my page. But I listen to a number of individuals, especially St. Martin people. And this is what you get from them. I ain't voting no more. I done with that. Because we can get the same thing. We can only get the same thing if you continue doing the same thing. But every list that comes out. And again, this is why I just have to applaud William Marlin sometimes. Because he has been saying it over and over. The National Alliance welcomed the decision that the people would make. They welcome if the people choose the Democratic Party. We welcome if people choose the UP Party. We welcome any new party. You're not hearing no other political party saying that they don't want no new other party comes in. But we are confident in the people that Alliance going with 9 seats. Yes. Confident. But I need to say this to St. Martin people. I ain't voting. I done with this. Every list will have new individuals on it. You cannot continue to do the same thing and expect to get a different result. If you don't want the same individuals, then don't vote for them. Don't vote for them. But let me say this to St. Martin people. When you don't vote, a Bagwani going to vote for sure. A Wang Jesus Lopez is going to vote for sure. A Wing Ying Ching going to vote for sure. A Mohammed Magbak, he going to vote for sure. Okay? A Phanom, a Kola, a Joseph, they are going to vote for sure. But here comes the Petersons, here comes the Richardsons, here comes the Brooks, here comes the Gums, yeah? Here comes all of we. Not we vote no more. I don't want to vote no more. In your own country, everybody else is making a decision for you because you want to be stupid. St. Martin people, wake up and see what is happening and going on in your country. People are making a decision for you because you don't want to challenge yourself and make a decision. I had a very good discussion with a good friend of mine today. He came in the gym to see me. And I told him, I said, I could be selfish. I could be selfish and said, no, don't run. Rally around me. Get everybody to, no, it is not about me. It's not about Christopher. It's about St. Martin and the people. Look at the generation coming up. What are we leaving for them? Look at our country. Our country is bawling and begging for new blood. It's asking for us to make a decision and take a stand. That's what our country is asking for us, not me. Hence the term plural, us, more than one. Let us do it together. Inspired, a new sense of hope. But what are we doing? We want to stay in the background and throw a hand. Yeah, I there. You know when you're in class? You know when you're in class and the teacher doing roll call? But now, you're shy. You're shy. So when the roll call come wrong, right? Reginald Richardson. Present. Joseph Gums. Present, teacher. Huh? Oswald Brookson. Present. Now look the difference. Ramajami, present, sir. Present, teacher. Present. Mengyang, right here. Present. Present. Huh? Juan Lopez Garcia. Present. Huh? Martinez Estados. Oh, sorry. Me gusta. Hello, right here, present. They're all in front of us. They're all broad. They're all big. They are large and they're marching in front of us, not because they want to, not because they can, because we allow it and let them do it. That's why. St. Martin people, get up, wake up, stand up, and take control of your country, for crying out loud. What are you going to tell your children? You didn't take a stand because you had one Garcias Martinez Lopez in front to do it for you? Huh? Then are you vexed? Are you upset with Romain Lavelle? Don't be vexed. He took a stand. Yes, I got to hammer on us sometimes. He took a stand. Huh? Every Tuesday night we on the radio on the front side with Billy Lee and Fernando Clark. They got bodyguards by the door and they standing up and they watching out because they're receiving threat. When we come up, we're going this. Leave the doors open, man. Leave the doors open. Stop being coward in your country. This is your country. You can go anywhere you want to go here in St. Martin. What's wrong with you? Take a stand. St. Martin people, take a stand. Because when you don't take a stand, Meiling, Wang Lopez Jesus, Mahmoud Mohammed, okay, Gutrad, whatever, Sangji, they're going to do it for you. They're going to do it for you. And then you're going to be upset. Enough blows on many people now. Coming back to our Honorable Prime Minister. It will be very interesting to see how our good Prime Minister wiggle her way out of this one. And I'm saying this to the people of St. Martin, right? No apologies accepted. No apologies accepted. For the simple reason that the Prime Minister should have known better. And she came out in the radio and let it be known clear that an article this one and that one in penal code of this one, when ministers don't do this, they could be punishable by law and in prison up to 3 years. Interestingly enough, let me say this, because when the folks and the old folks have a saying, you just understand what it means. You know they say never spit in the sky because it might fall back on you. Don't take up your belly guts to put in trash. You know those kind of sayings? So let me say this one to our good Prime Minister. When you dig a hole for someone, be careful. Be careful. Because you might fall in it. St. Martin people. You see, I'm just going to shut it off and somebody tell me no. A message coming through, they're bringing a message. Man. And it's right. This is a message that came on the chat room. We take a back seat, then complain about the foreigners. We talk about they have to make space for us. This act of our Prime Minister is a total disrespect to we the people. Disrespect is a nice word. I said it's treason, and not simply treason, it's high treason. High treason. Prime Minister, the seat don't belongs to you. It is not yours. But I want to hear, like I say, all of a sudden, the up is like goody two shoes now. All of a sudden. I really thought that Tia Heidegger was the worst, and you couldn't get no worse than him. Well, you really can't get no worse than him, you know. But the Prime Minister top you off. Interesting. Let us see these course of development. This is the reason why I keep saying it here over and over on the program. Keep your heads up, St. Martin people. What did I say? There's more in the martyr than in the pestle, or the pestle in the martyr, or something like that. That one I don't know. But we see what is happening. We see what is happening. Reject the statements that the Prime Minister would like to come out with. Reject the statements that Michael Ferry and all of them will come out with. It is called spin tactics. Spin tactics. That is what it's called. I ain't seen my partner now a post on the page. I hope you count those numbers when you get in. That's why I post back. Yes, I will count those numbers. But he have to get in first. Okay? And let me tell you what is even more reprehensible. You have people actually saying, but how did this get leaked? Who leaked this to the press? Where Bibi get it from? St. Martin people, stop your garbage and your nonsense. The question is not how it got leaked. The question is, why did the Prime Minister hide it? How it got leaked is secondary. The main issue is the crime that the Prime Minister committed to the people of St. Martin. That is the issue. Not how it got leaked or who leaked it. That's not a question you should be asking. What you should be asking is, how could the Prime Minister have done something like this? But who does she think she is? Those are the questions you should be asking. Not how it got leaked. You know how it got leaked? You know how it got leaked? Alexander from WikiLeaks. That's how it got leaked. Okay? That's how it got leaked. We just come up with the most. But if it was William, oh Lord, you would have heard him. Get the guillotine. I want his head. Do him like Saddam. Do him like Saddam. Chop it off. Kill him. The dictator. Some of them say, we living in North Korea and Iraq and Iran. Yeah? The communists this. Well, with the real dictator, please stand up. St. Martin people, take care of yourself. God bless each and every one of you guys. Goodbye.
There was a time when people dare not utter a word. There was a time when people were in the dark and searching for accurate information. Just when all hope is lost and frustration hangs in the balance, Sxmtalk emerges and broke the silence. Join host Christopher Emmanuel for live